Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to another video. If this is your first time coming to this channel, you are very welcome. Please do well to click the subscribe button and the bell beside it so you can be notified whenever there is any interesting and nice video in this channel. So today I'm actually making a client's order, and I deem it fit to just take you guys along because there's a lot I want to share with you guys in this video. Okay, earlier I was showing you a can of vegetable oil. That's me letting you know that you don't need vegetable oil to make your wraps. You don't need to add oil or grease your pan in any way. All you need to do is to start making with a non-stick pan. Okay, emphasis on non-stick pan. You need a good non-stick pan. This pan I use only for this purpose. That is to say, I don't use this pan for anything else, just so I can it can last long, because the more you use your pan for whatever reasons, the more it gets weak. Okay, so this pan is freshly used for this purpose. That way there's no scratch. I don't wash it, I just clean it and keep. And when I feel like washing, I use foam to just clean it off. And yes, that way it's useful and it's very helpful. Okay, so yeah, I'm just making the wraps. So one measurement I'm going to give you in this video, please do well to continue watching, because yeah, I'm going to be sharing with you all of the measurements and the quantity I got from each measurement. I have been seeing comments in my comment section, people asking me, oh, I want to make 50 samosas, 50 spring roll, what is the measurement I need? Okay, this video is going to help you because I made mention of all the measurements I used and the quantity I got from it. So when you're making more, you just have to understand that you need to double it, or if you're making less, you just reduce the measurements using this one I'm sharing in this video. So in that bowl I have a mixture of 3 cups, not 3 cups of flour, 3 cups of my small chops mix. If you haven't seen my small chops mix, or you don't know what we are talking about, please go down to the description box and you will get the link to the video there. Just check for the Three Musketeers video. I made some mix and those are what you need for this recipe. So for the small chop mix, I did 3 cups. What I actually needed was 40 pieces of both samosa and spring rolls. That means 20 each, and 3 cups gave me 45. Okay, so I have extra 5 from 3 cups. That means if you want exact 40, you can go ahead and reduce it. And let me make it clear that if you want 50 pieces, you can also use the same 3 cups. Okay, you just need to know how you're going to work your way around it. Yes, I've used 3 cups for 50 pieces before. So guys, as I'm showing you guys what I'm doing, another thing I want you all to know is always flour your surface, like where you are spreading your wraps before you add your filling. Always make sure it's floored. A lot of you have made complaint of having sticky flour, like it breaks. Of course, when you watch this video now, you will see how mine break, but then you will still know how to wrap it. That is why you have extra layer to wrap with. Okay, not all of them is definitely going to break, but if at all it breaks, there is always a way around it because you have extra layer to work with. So yes, you need to flour your pan. Like when you notice that the flour on your surface is worn out, go ahead and add more flour. This way your wraps doesn't stick and it doesn't break. Okay, so that is that. Another thing I will be sharing in this video is the measurement I used for puff puff, the amount I got. I will also share corn dog mix recipe. So if you haven't watched the other video where I make the 3 musketeers, you can just stay put and watch where I mix the corn dog. Okay, yes, this is everything, like all the small chops I got. You can see how neatly done, and there was no waste at all. Okay, so now I'm just going to proceed to frying this because it's a client order and I need to be on time. So you want to put your vegetable oil on the stove, and you want to make sure it's very hot. If it's not hot, it's going to soak your small chops, and that is where you guys have complained of, oh, it was breaking in the fire, it wasn't coming out right, it was just scattering, the whole filling was just coming out. Probably because your heat is not high, your oil wasn't hot, or in the middle you overcrowded your pan and your heat wasn't high enough to keep up with the temperature, and everything just starts soaking. You really want your heat to be high, and you really want to make sure your oil is very hot before you start adding your chops. Okay, another thing is, if you are not using a deep wok, if you are not using a wide wok, don't overcrowd. Okay, I added quite a lot. I think I added 15 to 18 pieces here because my wok is deep, my oil is much, and you can see it's not shallow, it's deep frying. That is what you want. You want it to deep fry just so all the areas can fry at once. So now let me show you guys how to go about this corn dog mix thing. First thing, you want to make sure you have a can, because you are not making what you're using just immediately. You are going to make something that you can keep and use some other time. Okay, so in your can you want to add, this is like a mini measurement. You can do this in larger quantity, but I'm sharing with you the 2 cups which I'm doing right now. Okay, so I added in that can 2 cups of all-purpose flour. So the next thing I added was 3 teaspoons of baking powder. Yes, baking powder, guys, not baking soda. Baking powder, normally called BP. Okay, so I went ahead and added 4 teaspoons of sugar. If you don't want this sweet, you can do 3. Okay, you can even do 2. It doesn't have to be like a sweet tooth kind of snack. So for the next thing, I added 1 teaspoon of salt. This is for taste. And I added 1 teaspoon of paprika. This one is absolutely optional. If you want to go pastry, you can use cinnamon, you can use nutmeg, but I just like the color that the paprika adds to it. Okay, so it's optional, but if you like the color, if you like the flavor, you can do it as well. So the next thing, you want to shake, and yes, your mix is ready. So now let's make some corn dog. Today I'm just making 4 halves of corn dog. That means I'm making two sausage like 2 sausages. I cut them in half, and that gives me 4. So I break my skewer because it's obviously too long, so I break it so I can have 4 pieces, and I'm just going to dip that in the sausage, and that was it. Yes, you want to make sure you rinse your sausage. You don't need to cook your sausage at this point, but I know some people just like to parboil it. You can do that, but I don't think there's any need for that. So now let's go into mixing our corn dog mix. So I would like to tell you that if you are making 12 hours, please go ahead and use just a quarter cup. In this video I use half cup. That's because in the next few minutes I have another order, and I will be using the rest of the mix. Okay, so if you don't want to waste your mix, go ahead and mix a half cup, but still you want your mixture to be much because you are dipping your sausages in there. So for extra spiciness, I added fresh grated pepper because this client of mine likes it spicy, so I added some fresh pepper. You can do that, but it's absolutely optional. So you want to mix until you get a not so watery, not very thick, but just a good consistency of this mixture. So go ahead and mix, add water gradually just so you don't get it too runny. Okay, so now it's time to fry. So what you want to do is to flour your corn dog. Okay, doing this will make your corn dog stand out. It doesn't like stick to your dough. You just see it looking good when you bite, and yeah, that's what that does to your corn dog. So after rubbing on your flour, you want to dip in this plate. You see why I said you actually need your mixture to be much, just so you can dip and have the good shape. Okay, so apologies for the lightning in this session. I couldn't just like not add this particular clip, because this is where you will see how I dip and fry. I didn't notice the lightning until the editing time, so please bear with me. Yeah, so you just want to carefully rub up your flour, your conduct to your flour and dip. And yes, that's basically everything. So you can see the consistency I ended up with in the mixture. It's not so thick and not runny at all. So this way, when you add it to your frying pan, it's going to like proof itself and it's going to look really nice. So the lightning is not doing justice, but you're going to see it at the end of the video. So yeah, this is what I got, and I'm just going to continue frying and then proceed to the next one. So up next we have our puff puff going on. So for this puff puff mixture, also check out our mixture like puff puff mix, okay? So we made our puff puff mix, and the amount I needed was, the quantity I needed was 50 pieces of these mini ones, okay? Remember, it's small chop, so it always comes with this mini puff puffs. So what I did, I measured 2.5 cup of our puff puff mix. Yes, that is exactly what gave me 50 pieces and even some few extra. That was what I got from using 2.5 cups. So in case you want to make 60 pieces, 70, 80 pieces, you can use 3 cups, okay? Just it depends on how you cut them. You can see how many these ones are. So when you ask me about how many cups you need for puff puff, I can't really tell you because I don't know how you are going to cut it. But with this video, you can see how I cut mine, and that's the measurements I use. Next up, I cut my already cooked chicken and I fried it. Yeah, I fried my already cooked chicken, and I think that's that for the frying and all that. So let's move to assembling these things and get it out to our clients. So guys, here's what we are up to next. And for the saucing of the chicken, I didn't use sauce for this particular one because the client actually likes the sweet chili sauce on the chicken. So while your chicken is still very hot, just when you brought it out from the heat, go ahead and drizzle some sweet chili sauce on it. Guys, this thing tastes so amazing. I tried it when I didn't have sauce for this client, and since then he has always requested for it. So it's really tastes amazing. And for garnishing, I just added some sesame seeds, okay, and that was it. So for the other box, I did the same exact thing. And yeah, our order is ready. I'm just going to get this box well arranged and send this out to our clients. So here's a closer view of what our condoms look like. You can see how beautiful that looks. So yeah, this is it. This is what it looks like. Let me know in the comment section if you like it, if it's something you would like to try. Just let me know. This is really nice. Your kids are going to like find it funny, find it interesting to eat, and they're going to love it. So our box is ready, and I'm just doing the needful to make sure everything is nice and looking good, and then I'll send it out. So guys, if you haven't liked this video by now, please do well to like this video. I'll be bringing you more of this. And also please subscribe if you haven't, and leave me a comment in the comment section. If you don't have any questions for me guys, just leave me a ask, okay? I always like to read your comments or to see them at all. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Let me know what you want me to show you next. If there's any special request guys, I'm here for you. Just let me know in the comment section and I will do the needful, okay? Thank you. Yeah, have a blessed day guys. Thank you so much.